Hello and welcome to All the Stars Sailing. Join me, Jess, and many good friends as we sail all the stars. An Australian-built Cavalier 37 to some beautiful locations. Learning as we navigate the path less travelled.
So we have set off from Bermagui on a sail to Tassie. We have a primary swell and a secondary swell in different directions, so not enough wind to keep the boat sailing on a heel. We have to motor sail. We have been for about 3.5–4 hours now. Hoping that changes and we get enough breeze to start sailing. Another omission that I've just realised is with all the organising that I had to do to get the boat ready within 24 hours for departure to capture this weather window, I managed to not fill one of the jerrys. So topped up the unleaded and the LPG, but managed to forget the diesel. So we've got enough fuel to do 40 hours of operating time, about 80 litres. Should be fine, should be plenty, but I just want to minimise the motor sailing, so I might end up switching the motor off shortly before dinner. Luke and Janet have settled in. They're doing a fantastic job of taking turns steering. We've been hand steering most of the day, so expecting 20 knots to 25 by dawn from the northeast, so we should be really sailing along at that point. We want to get into Freycinet, so we've got shelter from the west, southwest, right through to the north, because it's going to swing back to the north in a few days after that southwest change.
So that's 1 AM, it's saying 15 to 23, I think, there.
Yeah.
But 14 to 20 something from midnight.
From midnight, yeah.
Where are we now, Janet?
Where are we now? We're halfway across Bass Strait.
Hey!
In about, I don't know, depending on how fast we're going at the time, maybe 6 or 7 hours, we should be halfway down the length of Flinders Island.
Fantastic.
By dawn, I think we'll be off the Tassie main island coast, and then, yeah, by that night, we should get to the Freycinet Peninsula.
A bit over 24 hours, 30 odd hours.
200 miles.
Yep.
So if you were to motor, a litre goes 2 miles? 2 miles to the litre?
Yeah.
Okay. So clearly, you're not going to get stuck before then, but
Yeah.
you certainly need to try to get some fuel.
Oh yeah. 20 knots of breeze.
Actually reasonably steady. I mean, the direction of the wind's been almost consistent all day and all last night.
Yep.
So if it carries on like that tonight, we know what we're doing.
Exactly. Some challenging sailing last night, but we survived it. We even managed to put a second reef into Maine today.
Oh yeah.
Under sail.
Well, what we should, I'll pull out the Meta again and that freeze frame of Windy, and we'll see what it looks like tonight. It has in store for us.
Yeah.
To remind ourselves.
Yep. You're good.
But it's more comfortable with 2 reefs, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. It's.
And if you felt you needed more power, maybe you could pull a little bit of the jib out.
That's right. Yeah.
Climbing 8, 9. 10.3 there a second ago. So we're on to night 2 and day 2 of the sail. I'm just in the aft cabin in my little bed here to try and get some sleep. I've got moonlight tonight, which is good. Conditions are still 20 to 25 with following seas. The wind is right on our hind quarter, and we've got 2 reefs in the main and no genoa. So we're just running on half a mainsail basically, and averaging speeds about 6.5 knots. I think our average was 7.3 earlier in the day, so we're punching along, and we have an ETA. We're right in the middle of Bass Strait now. We have an ETA to the east coast of Tassie tomorrow night about midnight. Let's see how the rest of the night pans out, and I'll see you in the morning. Speed, climbing 8, 9. 10.3 there a second ago. Do you have anything wise and profound to say, Janet?
Oh, right. Oh, I'm just looking to see where we might safely spend the night after hours. It's a very long passage.
That's quite profound.
Except I can't find the place I'm looking for. I think I'm spelling it wrong.
In Freycinet Bay somewhere?
Yeah, I'm looking at the south side of the Shooting Passage.
Mm-hmm.
The winds are supposed to come around to the west-south west. Yes, early Friday morning, which is when we will be hoping to be sleeping our journey on.
Yes.
So there is a bay there, and I'm just checking to see all the possible recommendations for conditions that day work.
Doing an excellent job as Chief Navigator.
We'll wait and see.
It's good to have the Tasmanian experience on board.
Yeah, we've got 2 books. Tasmanian Anchorage Guide.
Yep.
And this one's in 2 volumes. Tasmania's got so many anchorages, so cruising East Tasmania, Northeast is the one I'm using at the moment.
Fantastic.
So I'm looking up Shooting Island, but I haven't found it yet.
Alright, I'll leave you with it. I'm going to make some toast in the meantime.
The toast smells very nice.
Oh, good.
And we're just waiting for some wind to whip up.
Yes.
So toast first, then wind.
Then wind. That's the right combination.
Yes.
It was another fairly rolly, windy night. We've managed to get to the northeastern tip of Tassie early this morning, and the winds have abated at dawn, and so that gave us a bit of time to regroup and catch our breath a little bit, and we just had a bit of breakfast, and wind is expected to pick up from the north to northwest today, so it should help us push along the coast pretty quickly to get to our anchorage, Freycinet. Yeah, bit of Mum's homemade plum jam and some Bermagui sourdough.
We're doing 6.8 knots.
Yeah,
It feels like we're doing about 4.
good shot. Got the moon over your shoulder.
Welcome moon. We'll have to put the nav lights on in a minute.
Yeah. How have the last few days been for you?
What's that?
How have the last few days been for you?
excellent.
Excellent.
Yes. I think this is you've picked a perfect weather window to travel from Bermagui to Wineglass Bay.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. So the wind's been except for 8 hours of motoring at the beginning. It's just been consistent from behind, just pushing us along.
Yeah. And we're only 3 or 4 hours off our anchorage.
Yeah, depending on, this is saying 10:30 now, which is, 3 to 4 hours. We will have to anchor in the dark, which is not ideal, but it looks like a safe spot.
Hopefully we've got a bit of moonlight.
Yes.
Concentration. Fantastic. So we've just made the Tasmanian east coast at about it must have been about 10 a.m. and we've been sailing down the coast all day. It's now 8 p.m. and we had some pretty strong winds there for a while, good 30 knots, 25 to 30 at times. Janet's at the helm now, and the sunset is pretty spectacular out there. We're 2.5 hours off Wineglass Bay, which is on Cape Freycinet, and we're going to get some good shelter in there from the weather change that's coming the next few days. Big southwesterly change and a low. We're all pretty weary. I just spent 3 hours on the wheel just then, and I'm buggered after a couple of days of it. But we're going to sleep well tonight, and looking forward to getting to the anchorage and just getting the anchor down and pulling up. That'll have been a couple of big days.
Wind has happened.
Oh yeah.
It's picked up and it's swung a bit westerly.
Sweet. Okay, so we're sailing into it. Oh no, sailing across it.
Across it, well.
Yeah, okay. Alrighty.
It's not right from behind anymore.
Yep. How far off anchorage?
That's what I'm just checking. Well, it could still be 11:30
Okay. Yep.
if it flips this up.
Yep. Beautiful moonlight.
They're a little turning more like 1 o'clock, but
This is the ship's rump?
This is in honor of a voyage safely accomplished.
Yes.
And now the crew get the reward.
That's right. Well done, guys. What an amazing couple of people to have on board this boat.
What an amazing skip.
Very lucky.
Yeah, yes, I agree.
Yep.
I'll taste to that.
Excellent.
Cheers, Cavaliers.
Cheers, Cavaliers. Cheers, Cavaliers.
Oh, we could do that again. Yeah.
Right. We're all Cavaliers on this one.
Cool.
So here we are, folks, talking about highlights of the trip across Bass Strait. And Luke, you've just come up with a great one.
Yeah, I was just saying I was quite pleased when I got to eat a sandwich and not throw it up again. But, yeah, it was a turning point.
It was.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I enjoyed that moment too, because I was famished and feeling a bit green. So it was good to get that sandwich down.
Yeah.
Was that the beautiful fresh sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fresh one. Yeah.
It's on the second day.
That was an excellent sandwich.
And Janet, you have a highlight to share?
Yes, I reckon when we had in the night an issue with the wind caught the sail on the wrong side, and the sail pushed itself and threaded the top of itself into the rigging, and when we got the sail back to the right side, it was still stuck, so we had to sail on till dawn.
Yes.
With it all in a bit of a not so perfect condition and might have damaged the sail, all sorts of things. But in the morning we spun the boat around a couple of times and pop, it came out. So that was fantastic and the sail wasn't damaged.
That was a relief, yeah. Yeah. Yes.
think my highlight would have to be the moment we saw land as we approached Tasmania. That sort of drove it home that Tassie was a beam, and off we were. We'd made the crossing. Part 2 of the Tassie adventure coming up soon.
We just walked there.
We just walked there, we're just sitting down to have a bite to eat, and a tiger snake has just slithered past us. And as always, thank you for your support. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. You can also jump onto our Patreon page, link in the description below. And stay tuned for part 2 of the Sailing Tasmanian series.
Jesse and I have this on-screen energy,
You do.
don't we?